Hello, everyone. So, if you're hearing this podcast, it means that I have hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm here on my sofa with the lovely NISHA.
Hello.
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 um, right. So, I had this idea to do a podcast, and I get angry about insignificant things, don't I?
Yeah.
It's stuff that I
Yeah.
don't need to get riled up about, but then it riles me up even more for the fact that I'm not supposed to be angry at it.
It's funny.
And something happened to me the other day, and I raised this point with you, and you are telling me that I'm wrong, which is why I said I want to make a podcast.
Okay. Oh, so what is it that's bothering you so much that we need to talk about it right now?
Fall Guys. So there's one level on Fall Guys, and if anyone's played it, hear me now, right? On this level, which is called DoorDash, as it's introducing the level, it says on the screen the words "avoid the fake doors."
Right.
Well, it's bollocks.
How is it bollocks though? Because that's what you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. Avoid the fake doors. So right, you want to hit the fake doors because if you hit a real door, if you right, everyone, on your front door right now, run at your front door at full pelt and see if it opens.
Well, yeah, but the point of a door is you can go through it at some point. Doors just don't stay there like a wall. You can open them and go through them at some point. So that's the point of DoorDash is you can go through this door. But the other doors are fake because you can't go through them. They're just wall. They look like a door, but they're fake.
No, you're wrong.
No, how is that wrong?
Because it says avoid the fake door. Well, I want the fake door. If you had the option to run at your front door at your house right now at full pelt and just you level yourself and fall backwards, or next to your door is a paper door that looks exactly the same that is fake. It's not the real door. Well, you want to hit that. You want to bollock it full speed into that. Go through it. You've hit the fake door. Congratulations. You've not broke your neck. So that is my opinion. Is that you want to hit the fake doors? So Fall Guys is lying to us.
Yeah, but I see it as it's part of the wall, so it looks like a door you could go through, but you can't. So it's not a real door. You can't. It's not a real thing. It's not a doorway you can actually go in, because it's just a wall. It just looks like it. So you have to find the one that is the thing you can go through. So you have to avoid the fake ones to go through the real ones.
You're confusing yourself.
No,
So
I'm not. I
you
know
are.
exactly what I'm on about.
No.
How am I confusing myself?
So right. So I can't get my head around this analogy. So right. Let's just break this down. So Fall Guys says on the level of DoorDash, avoid the fake doors.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that the doors that do not open that are solid
Yeah.
are the fake doors.
Yeah, because it's not actually a door, it's a wall.
It's not a wall that you can see the door shape.
Well-
It's a locked door. It's not a brick wall. You can see that it's a locked door. It doesn't open.
Yeah.
So that's the door. So it's telling me to avoid the fake doors.
But I wouldn't say that one, the ones they actually go through is fake. I wouldn't say that they were actually fake. So maybe maybe the whole wording is wrong.
Fall Guys, you
I
fucked
don't
up here.
know.
So this annoyed me. It just bugs me every time we have DoorDash, and it's like I'll be playing with my mates, and like last night we were playing him. I know we're 3 or 4 beers in, and it came up, and I was like, boys, listen to this, right? And obviously I ruined the mood because I'm angry. But yeah, I personally believe that Fall Guys have worded that terribly, because avoid the fake doors. So you don't want that saying you should hit the locked real doors.
I mean, I can kind of see what you're aiming at, but I can
you?
still see I think we both have a good point. I think.
Right.
I
Okay.
can kind of see what you're trying to say, obviously. But I still think it's worded okay. I mean, they probably could have worded it better, given this argument. But
Right. Everyone in chat.
I still think I have a point.
Well, you can have a point. It's incorrect, but you're allowed one. So everyone in chat, right? Whoever's watching this video, comment below who's right. I'm sorry, I'm burping. Adam or Nisha.
Or just And maybe someone else has got a completely different opinion.
Yeah. It's like it's just that dress thing that went round a couple of years ago. Remember that? That was
Oh,
like
is it black or blue or
black or blue,
gold
yeah,
and
gold or
white?
white, yeah.
And I saw black and blue.
And I saw gold. I saw the other.
See, we're just different people, okay?
So yeah, that is what riled me up to the point that I said, right, I need a platform to vent this anger because I'm just sitting on it, I'm stewing on it. Every time I play Fall Guys and that level comes up, it annoys me. I'll tell you what else annoyed me about Fall Guys the other day. So I was doing Fall Mountain, which was the final,
Yeah.
and I was doing really well.
Right.
And then I got hit by a ball, and it's always just like, it's always perfectly against me.
That just sounds like a bad loser.
I'm not a bad loser. I can take a loss, but when there's like three of us side by side, and then a ball comes and hits me, and the other two just carry on as if nothing happened.
Clearly
it's bollocks.
You didn't move out of the way.
Well, I'm supposed to move out of the way when a ball just appears.
I don't know.
Bullshit, innit?
You can see it from a distance and go.
But at the same time, Fall Guys is a fantastic game.
Yeah, you have a love-hate relationship with that game. You're like, I hate this game. Oh, I want to play some Fall Guys. Hate it.
It's like,
every day.
I'll sit there going, oh, it's bollocks this, bullshit. And then my mates will go, fancy going to Fall Guys? Yeah, 2 minutes.
Just like, for like 2 hours.
Cracking myself a beer, just like, oh yeah, I'll be here. Yeah, I do the Fall Guys. The thing is, at the minute they've got downloadable, or not downloadable, you spend your crowns to get a monkey costume. Everyone I've encountered who wears a monkey costume is just a bellend. Like, it's like when you play Rollout, and literally like the game is just stay up. Like, just look after yourself, just stay up. And then they're being bastards.
Oh, just grab you and stuff, yeah.
Exactly, you've experienced it. So people...
I mean, yeah, I had one guy dressed as a monkey grab me, but I wouldn't say it's all the monkey dresses, the monkey outfits are like that. It's just happened to be that moment.
Crowns are just for dickheads, aren't they? Crowns are for people who, I've won a game. Oh, I'm going to be a dickhead now. And it's like, I watched a video the other day that was on Twitter, and it made me laugh, to be fair, which was this guy who just actively goes out just to annoy people. And it's like on Seesaw, basically, if you go to one end of the Seesaw to rise the other end,
yeah,
and then as soon as they run to the other end, he also joins them, so it quickly flips back up the other way. So he just like copies them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then there was on Slime Climb, the one that made me laugh was when you go across the yellow beams. He just stands on the yellow beam and people can't get past him.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's so annoying. I mean, the yellow beams are hard enough as it is, so it's like having someone stood so you can't get past.
Yeah,
it's infuriating.
So basically, Fall Guys is great, but there are huge...
There's people in it.
Yeah. It's people who buy the monkey outfits. At least they win. It's great to win. You had your first win the other day.
Yeah, after 3 weeks of playing the game, I finally got a crown.
Yeah. But I think people get stressed like I do, because when I started losing and getting annoyed, every level I started just grabbing people. So I was thinking, well, bollocks to you. And there was that one where it was Jump Showdown at the end, and I was doing all right. It was when we were streaming with Lucas and Jenna, and I was doing all right. We went to the final four, and then this guy, and he wasn't doing anything wrong, and I don't know why I got so annoyed about it. He was absolutely fine. He was just jumping up and down. But the thing is, when he was jumping, he kept bumping into me, and it was really annoying me because I was stood on like one section with him. I couldn't go anywhere, and he kept bumping into me, and it was annoying. So I grabbed him, and then the sweeper hit me. He jumped over the sweeper even though I was grabbing him, and I got levelled.
That's karma for you.
It's not karma, it's bollocks.
It's karma. You're trying to dick over a guy and you get dicked.
But why? Like, we're sharing a space. Why does he have to jump onto me? Why can't you move?
Doing it on purpose.
Well, no, he wasn't doing it on purpose, but you'd think he'd just like have some awareness.
But you don't know.
Yeah, but it's like if I went on a trampoline, like a trampoline park nearby, and there was a kid on it, I wouldn't start just jumping on the kid. And that's what annoyed me. It's like he's got his own trampoline. He's got his space. Why is he like climbing on me?
I don't know. I can't answer, for other people. I don't know.
Well, you also can't answer the door thing as well, can you?
I think I have a valid point.
You don't have a...
Well, we'll see. Like we're different. Like with the whole dress colours, we're completely different. We see different things. We process different things. We think differently. We don't think the same.
Chat, don't let me down.
Well, yeah, I don't know. You'll see what people say.
And I'll say what else annoys me.
Never ends.
Well, it never ends. It's episode 1. It's not going to end.
It's never ending.
Well, yeah, this annoyed me today as well. So tonight I've been at work.
Yeah, you have.
As you know.
Yep.
And I had a couple of customers who ordered drinks. As I took the drinks to the table, they said to me, "What crisps have you got?" Now we have like 10 flavours. You got the standard 3, and then you got steak, ham and mustard, sweet chili, jalapeno.
Ooh.
And they said, which ones are vegan?
Yeah.
So if I said to you, Nisha, what flavours do you think are made vegan?
Ready salted usually because it's just
ready salted.
Just salt.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a potato with some salt on it.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
So out of all the 10 flavours, the only one, and it might just be this brand that we stock called Salty Dog, the only one that is vegan is salt and vinegar.
Well, so not even ready salted.
Ready salted is vegetarian, not vegan.
Which is just like potato and salt.
Yeah, it's just a potato sliced up, fried, and salt is sprinkled on it. And somewhere along the lines, it loses its veganism.
So is it like fried in animal fat then or something?
But then, if it was, why salt and vinegar not?
Fried in virgin olive oil? I don't know.
I bet literally the owner of Salty Dog's like, we need one vegan flavour. And then he just fucking put his hand in a hat and just went, right, salt and vinegar. Make that differently to everything else. And I had to go to this table and say, the only flavour that we have that's vegan is salt and vinegar. And then, do you know what their response was?
The fuck?
Oh, yeah, the fuck? It was, what about ready salted? It's like, no. I had to sit there and explain that apparently you can't cut a potato up, put it in oil, and then add salt without it being, like, losing veganism. So, is veganism a word?
I think so.
Yeah,
it sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
But that really riled me up, like, I can understand ham and mustard. Or steak, I can get that.
Meat.
Yeah, obviously it's not like pieces of steak.
No, but they'll use this like meat flavouring.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, absolutely. And everything was vegetarian, which is fine. But then, yeah, to think that salt and vinegar is vegan, but salt isn't. It's like
unless they just forgot to put its vegan label on it, they forgot. Well, or they just cooked it in some sort of animal fat or something.
But then if they forgot, it's shame on them, innit? What a terrible...
It is, yeah. It is bad.
That really irked me because I sat there going like, you could make salt vinegar crisps, right? And remove the vinegar and you are left with ready salted crisps. So let's say Salty Dog are making their vegan salt and vinegar crisps.
Just don't add vinegar.
Right, alright, so let's press off on the vinegar machine that sprays vinegar or whatever. Press off on that. So surely just the salt should be vegan.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So this whole thing doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I got really annoyed about it.
Should write to them.
I'm going to write to them.
An angry email.
I'm just going to say I work in a pub
Dear
and
Mr.
I had the embarrassment.
Dear Mr. Salty Dog.
Dear Mr. Dog. I was going to say I work in a pub and I had the embarrassment today of announcing to a table of vegans that they can only have salt and vinegar. Why can't they have ready salted? Like I said, we've got like a fucking cow in factories licking them on the way through.
I'd be interested to know what they say.
Yeah.
What is the reason?
Well, I will email them and I'll put it in the next video. I'll read their response. But yeah, that really pissed me off. Imagine being a vegan and being told, "Oh, we've got 10 flavours and you're only allowed one. And it's not the flavour you think." That pissed me off. And then on the way to work as well, get this. Honestly, I wanted to take a picture, but I couldn't be bothered. So I went into the Sainsbury's and I got a meal deal before my shift. And where I came out, there's a fish and chip shop on the corner.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic fish and chip shop. And yeah, next to it, there's a road that runs adjacent that goes down the hill. And there was a lady stood about 2 feet into the road on a phone. And I was like, why can't you be stood on the path? Why do you have to stand in the road?
Why do you have to be an inconvenience?
Yeah, it was like, she wasn't crossing the road.
She just stood there.
Yeah, if she was stood there looking side to side, there's nothing coming, I'm going to cross the road, it's fine.
But she stood in the middle of the road.
She was stood a good 2 paces into the road, just stood on the phone.
So if you wanted to drive down that road, you wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to
so
without running her over.
if you're me, who says, right, we're going to turn right down the side of this fish and chip shop, well, you can't because there's some bell end in the middle of the road just on a phone. And I sat there and I had my mask on because I couldn't be able to take it off after the shop. I had my mask on, I'm walking there with my sandwich and my popcorn, because that's the snack I have.
Aww.
Yeah, and my bottle of Sublime Lime Diet Coke.
Ooh.
And I was visibly annoyed, and I was swearing under my mask.
Did you furrow your brows Yeah,
if anyone saw me, they just seen very angry eyebrows. Yeah, that annoyed me. It really it bothered me too much, to be honest. I went to work and I told my manager.
Oh, I love that when you get someone really annoying, especially customers.
Oh, don't
when
get
you get
started.
really annoying customers and you just love to rant about them. I used to do that all the time.
I mean, we get some bloody specimens in our pub, honestly. And there's this one bloke comes in, and ever since we opened last August, so, September, been open pretty much a year now. And every time he comes in, it's at the end of the night, and he's about 8 pints in, and we always have that debate: should we serve him?
Yeah.
And tonight, as I was outside, I took some drinks out to our beer garden, and as I'm walking round, he walked past and said hello, and he was stone cold sober, and I was scared.
Scared?
Yeah, because normally I get him, he comes in like bollocks, he's like, oh, Guinness.
So you weren't used to seeing him like that.
And he came past like, you're right, mate. I was like, God, that's what he sounds like when he's not slurring.
Who dis?
Yeah. Couldn't believe it.
I don't envy you with working in the pub during lockdown, pandemic, and also because you're carrying on the offer, the 50% off offer as well. So you're just constantly packed.
So for anyone who's listening outside of the UK, the government announced that through August, if you eat out in a restaurant, so visualize this in America, you go to your favourite restaurant, you get 50% off your bill.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a good deal.
Obviously, everyone then goes, okay, and piles into the bloody pubs. And obviously we've had to deal with insane amounts of, oh, why have I been waiting 15 minutes? Well, it's because we've got a full pub.
Yeah.
And they've all ordered food because it's all half price. But anyway, we're continuing that off our own back. And people are ringing up, we're still doing it, so you're like, yeah. And it's like, oh, you get 50% off alcohol. No, it's just soft drinks and food. What? So it's not alcohol then? Well, I'm not fucking lying to you.
I never understand why people say, what do you mean? So you mean this then? It's like, yeah, that's what I said. Why would I lie about it?
Because you used to work for Sports Direct, didn't you? And I bet you had that. If someone comes in, you got this in stock. Well, no. Well, you not got any in the back.
No. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Can you look though? Well, there's nothing to look at. There's nothing.
Did you ever? Be honest. Did you ever just walk into the back and just stare at the wall?
Yeah, I did a couple of times. The thing is, we had 2 flights of stairs, so I just run up the stairs, get a drink, have a chill for a couple of minutes, and then go right down. And be like, nah. Yeah, there's nothing in the back. I had a nice little break while I was there.
Yeah. Oh mate, I've been lifting boxes. I've been looking for you.
Nip to the loo.
I mean, I've had that. So this genuinely happened. So when I used to work, I'll announce the venue. I used to work at the City Hall in Sheffield, and I used to work on the box office. Now there's a guy. Again, this is one you may know in the UK, maybe a sniff in the US, but he's a pianist and a singer called Jules Holland, and Jules Holland is famous for selling out a year in advance. So right now, if you wanted to go and watch his 2021 show, let's say December, you've got till about November this year to book your tickets because it will sell out.
Yeah.
And it ever since I worked there in 2010, Jules Holland sell out every year. And on the day of the show, I was on box office. And let's say the show started, doors were at 6 p.m. and at 7 p.m. the show started. And about 5:30, this bloke came in his suit, slapped a wad of £20 notes on the counter, and asked for the best seats in the house.
Really?
The 2 is specific. I want centre circle on the front row. That is the premium. 2,500 seats we had in that room. He is asking for the best 2 seats. And I said to him, sorry, it's sold out. And his response, what, you can't do anything for me? Well, what do you want me to do? Fucking go upstairs where there's 2 people sat and just boot them out saying, oh, some bloke's downstairs wanting to buy these seats. Sorry. And he wouldn't move, and it got to the point where I was just like, I can't do anything for it, it's sold out. And he's like, can you put some seats in for us?
Yeah, just pull some seats
Oh,
out your
yeah.
arse and,
Yeah,
put
exactly.
them in the, what is it, the fire exit sort of like.
Yeah, we'll put him at fire exit for you.
Yeah.
That's safe. And it got to the point where he literally said to me, I can't believe you won't help me.
Well, you can't. That's
What do you want me to do?
You can't physically do anything.
What do you want me to do? Fucking walk into Jules Holland's dressing room and demand that he lets him sit on the stage? Like...
it just baffles me. It really does. God.
It's level entitlement, isn't it? That's what annoyed me.
Yeah. It's like there was one time a guy came into the shop and said that he'd seen on our website that we had something in stock, and he'd come in and we didn't have it in stock, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but we don't have this item. And he was like, well, you need to sort the website out. Like, do I look like I deal with the website?
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking assistant.
So you're there like part-time assistant, and then your other part-time is literally managing Sports Direct's website.
It's like, does it look like I control what goes on the website? And he got really, really arsey with me, like, yeah, go away now, please.
I mean, this used to rile me up as well when people used to come to City Hall, and obviously, it's like, I know, Nisha, you're a big fan of Markiplier.
Yeah.
And if you had the chance to sit and pick Markiplier's brain, I'm sure you'd take the chance. But when people used to come to shows, and let's say, argument's sake, it's Carl Smallwood. Carl Smallwood is the talent. And people used to come to me and hand me this letter saying, oh, please give that to Carl. He'll love this. As if I'm supposed to, like, and people do it for stupid people like Cliff Richard.
Oh, yeah,
like
just
Cliff
hand
Richard, who
Cliff
like,
this.
you can't even get near. Or Sylvester Stallone. We had Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
And people are handing me letters. As if, like, Sylvester Stallone's going to get this letter and go, all right, yeah, I'll reply to John from The Wicker. Like... That used to piss me off, because then you sit there going, I literally might as well just put this in the bin, because I'm not going to hand it to this A-list talent, and they're not going to go, okay, open it and go, send them to my dressing room.
No.
I mean, the only thing I've ever seen of that was when Darren Brown, who's a very, very intelligent man, and he's like, what would you describe Darren Brown as? Illusionist. Yeah, good shout. Illusionist. And the only time I've ever seen him interact with a fan is he put a guy in a trance and he couldn't get out of it. To the point where he just laid on the floor for about 35 minutes. And then Darren Brown to go and wake him up. And then, speaking of Darren Brown as well, I was once at the stage door after the show, and Darren came through. And I ironically knew it was someone's birthday who worked there. At the
okay.
CO.
That's
Came
weird.
over and he just went, it's your birthday today, isn't it? And this guy, he's called Jamie. He was sort of going, yeah. And this guy knocked on the stage door, and like we had security obviously, and he said I need to talk to Darren, and obviously everyone's like, no, you're not fucking talking to Darren, you're not getting near
talk
him.
to Darren.
Yeah, it turns
My
out
pal Darren.
that, yeah, exactly, in one of the scenes there was a like flashing strobe light,
Yeah.
and his hand clenched. Unbeknown to him, his hand clenched in a fist,
Right.
and he couldn't undo his clench. It was stuck.
Right, okay.
So then he had to get Darren to put him in a trance to basically open his hand again.
What the hell?
And he was like, please don't let me go home without Darren speaking to me and sorting me out.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I sat there going, you know, when half of you is like, if this is real, I want to help him. But then the other half of me is like, what if he just gets Darren and just chins him? He's like, he's got his hand
his
cocked.
fist ready.
He's on his fist ready for the last 2 hours. He's been sat in his seat going, I'm going to fucking get hold of him. Look what he's done to me. Yeah, I did kind of think there was going to be a fight. But yeah, there's a lot of stories that used to annoy me at City Hall. City Hall used to annoy me. Just everything about it used to annoy me.
What used to annoy me, because I worked there like on and off.
That's how me and Nisha met, for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, so I worked there for a few years, and the ones that bothered me the most was when you shut the bar and like the kiosk, because you pull a shutter down, but you like have a door open so you can take stock in and out sort of thing. So you have the bar, the shutter's down so no one can see into it, but you've got a little door that opens. So imagine you'd stood there counting the money. So the bar money is like on the side, you're counting it up, bagging it up.
Yeah.
You know, everything's shut, everything's off, and a customer pokes their head under.
Yeah.
the shutter says, "Are you open?"
Yeah.
Does it look like I'm open?
It's like I challenge everyone to go down your local high street to a shop that is bringing the shutters down. So watch the shutters come down, and then I dare you, when the staff leave out the side door, to go, "Are you open?" Like the level of fucking intelligence, honestly.
It's the same in the shop. Like on a Sunday morning, we'd open at 10 because that's when shops open on a Sunday. Is 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You get people outside at 9 o'clock, like shaking the doors,
Yeah.
trying to get anything, and they're looking at you like, "Let me in." Like, no,
I remember.
it's 9
I'm
o'clock.
glad you've actually reminded me of that. So once when you were working at Sports Direct, I came to pick you up, and it was the one back at your home. Because you live in Sheffield, but you're not from Sheffield. And it was one at your home, and I remember sitting outside in my car, and literally, like, all the manager was waving all the staff off. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a guy tried to open the door, and I'm literally like, "Fucking hell, mate! Like, take the hint. All the staff are leaving. Oh, it might be open here. Might have a chance. Get a £3 ball."
Oh, that's just reminding me of that really, really horrible day. I remember it so well because it was like the day or it would have been the day before or the afternoon before we went on a cruise. So I
know this story.
I was in a good mood because I was going on holiday at the end of that shift, so I didn't give a crap what happened. But we had this offer where in like the newspaper you got a voucher for a free football, like the cheap ones. It was the cheap like £2 footballs you could get, or whatever, the Sondico ones. So everyone was getting these newspapers with this voucher in. So all morning we were getting people coming in with these vouchers. So literally within a couple of hours we sold out of the balls, like all the balls we sold out. So then we'd get people coming in saying, "Oh yeah, I've got a voucher for this free ball." It's like, "Oh, we've run out." And we would get so many fucking death stares and abuse because we'd run out of these balls to the point where we had to give them the more expensive balls. Yeah, there was a point where like my manager was like, "Right, we need to do something. There's too many people wanting free balls. We need to give them something." So we had to start giving them like the more expensive ones. Just to make them happy.
I love the idea of just like racking up to a shop and going, "Can I have one of your shit £2 balls?" And they go, "No, but here's a £40 Adidas Premier League football."
I think there was a point we didn't give them like the proper expensive ones, but they were like let's say £5 to like £5 or £6. They were obviously more expensive than the Sondico ones, but we didn't know what else to do. We've got so many angry people. We got to a point where I was just like laughing at it because I was like, "This is funny, and I don't have to deal with this, like, because I'm going on holiday, tomorrow, and, I just had to laugh at it."
Well, speaking of holidays, and we'll end on this one for episode 1, because the thing is, I don't want to drag this out too much. Like, I see some podcasts like 2 hours long, and after about 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I imagine there's people who listen to this, and after 5 minutes, we're like, yeah, okay. But I want to end on this. So, speaking of holidays, in Britain, again, it's one of these British things. I imagine there might be something similar in America. So if you are listening from North America, bear with me. But we have the Coca-Cola Christmas truck. Mm-hmm. And it is a tradition that in Britain, it is not Christmas season until you're watching a commercial or advert and the Coca-Cola truck comes on.
Yeah, holidays are coming.
Yeah, holidays are coming. And in Sheffield, on I forget what night it was quite close to Christmas. The Coca-Cola truck stopped in the city centre.
Yeah.
And it had like, little stalls, and it was just like a nice little atmosphere. They had a band playing. And nearby there's a bar that used to be called the Sleigh Bar, but they went out of business sadly. And it was just a good night. And as part of this truck, they were giving out free cans of Diet Coke.
Oh yeah.
Right. How long would you be willing to queue up for a can of Diet Coke? A single can.
A couple of minutes at the most.
Yeah, imagine a queue that was, I think we worked it out, must have been about 400, 500 metres long.
For a single can of
all
Coke.
The way down from the Peace Gardens, which is where the Coca-Cola truck was, all the way down onto the Moor, which is one of the shopping districts in Sheffield, to where there's a cinema. They were queuing that long for a free can of Diet Coke, which is about 70p.
Say I'd rather go to the shop and get it instantly. It's not breaking the bank to get a single can of Coke or whatever.
If they were giving out PS4s, I'd queue that.
But yeah, like it's less than £1 in shops.
I mean, I know everyone has to kind of like pinch the pennies come Christmas.
That's a bit extreme, though, isn't
But
it?
fucking hell, queuing up for an hour to get a can of Diet Coke. That really pissed me off. It really pissed me off because it was blocking the path. And thank God we didn't have COVID at that time. Can you imagine?
I think I remember seeing that queue as well.
I got so pissed off. And I made a point of going to the shop and buying a can of Diet Coke and going, I'm okay now.
I have not broken the bank and spent like 60, 70p.
I've not wasted an hour of my life. I've just walked into a shop and just spent 70p.
So if you willing to wait that long for a can of Coke, you obviously really want one. So surely you'd be willing to spend that small amount to get one faster and carry on with your day.
And I literally cannot be bothered to try and suss Discord. The other day when me and Lucas streamed, he was like, okay, jump on Discord. I just went, no. I don't know. The one time I had Discord was to go and have a look at that strange server on that strange person's strange website. And I got it, and I didn't understand that when you join a server, it announces your arrival. And it announced, welcome, Adam Varley. And everyone who was in there, who was obviously come from the Fact Fiend side of things, to have a look at this strange server, was like, is that Fact Fiend Adam? And they're going, no.
I'm another Adam Varley.
I happen to be another Adam Varley.
Because it says something like, hello Adam, hope you brought cookies, or something silly like that. You're like, oh, what? I didn't. I mean,
it's just like, I just imagine like me walking to the living room and having some guy there like, it's Adam Varley! Just fucking announcing my arrival. Like,
and now.
Like on The Office when Dwight keeps announcing Jim.
Oh god.
Yeah. This has been episode 1. Have we got a name for this yet?
Well, it's your idea, so I don't know if you wanna be in charge of naming it.
Because I was thinking it's bollocks, because that's what I always say if I don't like something, it's bollocks, but then it makes the podcast sound shit.
Also, I don't know in what direction you want to go with this, but I don't know if like it would be a good name to stick. You know what I mean? Long term.
I think it'll be one of those. I think we might call it It's Bollocks, because at some point every episode I'm probably going to say it's bollocks, and then everyone can go, ha ha ha, that's what the podcast is called. Oh yeah, look, it's called It's Bollocks.
Oh yeah, I mean, we can decide it at a later date. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. I'll leave it in
this
your
is
hands.
Bollocks? No, because that makes the podcast sound even worse.
It just
That is bollocks.
Or what bollocks?
What bollocks? Yes. What bollocks?
That's bollocks. It could be anything.
Who is bollocks? Where is bollocks?
How is bollocks?
Why is bollocks? Okay, so this is something bollocks. This has been episode 1. I'm going to go and... I mean, it's 1 a.m. as we're filming this now. Yeah. I'm going to go to bed because I've got to be up early. But yeah, next time, I don't know, we'll just see what happens in the next week that pisses me off.
Just rant about more stuff. I can think of many things that piss you off.
What pisses me off?
Traffic lights.
Don't get me fucking started.
Exactly.